What's up, guys? So today I'm going to the Rugby Sevens World Cup. If you're not sure what Sevens is, basically it's rugby played with 7 players and 7-minute halves. So it's really fast paced, really quick, ton of fun to watch, and it's an entire World Cup tournament tonight. So all the best teams, you know, Fiji, New Zealand, they're all going to be in it. So my girlfriend and I are going, repping England today.
Underwater.
What is going on, guys? So in this video here you're seeing it's 8 weeks out from the first show. I got together with my buddy Troy, and Troy's actually my first ever he was actually my first ever training partner, actual training partner I should say. We both started getting seriously into lifting together back in the day, and embarked on our first ever Dreamers bulk together. We met in college, so at the very beginning of college. So we've been really good buddies ever since. So today we're training back at his gym here, which is a sweet warehouse gym. It's like 24 hours. It's just massive. There's just room after room full of everything you can imagine. So we started the workout off with deadlifts. Now my deadlifts are the lift that's got the weakest the most. So like my squat, my squat's taking a hit obviously, and my bench, but I've really noticed it the most in my deadlift. Here we're using those CrossFit plates, so it looks a little more than it actually is, but I think we worked up to sets of 365. You see Troy pulling here. Yeah, so we did some deads here. This is usually more of my lat dominated back day, but we just decided to throw some deads in. It's always good to deadlift with a partner. It's just easier, save more time that way rather than having to re-rack everything yourself, and just kind of it takes a lot of time. So I think we did about 3 sets of deads, and then 3 working sets I should say. We did a bunch of warm-ups as well. So then we moved on to meadow rows. Now this is Troy's first time doing them. I just taught him them. I'll actually have a tutorial video for you guys coming out in the next few days as well, how to do these. But this is coined by John Meadows. This is his signature back movement, hence the name meadow rows. But basically, it is turned into one of my staple exercises for back. Now, it's not for everybody. Some people can't feel it. Troy was the same. He couldn't feel it, as much as someone say that I can. I just have a tremendous stretch and squeeze in my lats when I do this, and I just feel it, feel the contraction all the way. But again, for some people, it's just not the same. So a little update here, guys. So 8 weeks out, my diet has gotten a lot harder. Everything's gotten a lot harder. We're really kicking it up a notch now. I'm meeting up with coach in a few days, so we'll figure out what we're doing further from there. But as of lately, we've been doing. We had several changes to my diet, as you guys could see in the last video I explained. But basically, carbs are lower and cardio is higher. And it's really starting to take a toll, actually. My body is it can be really sensitive to diets, and it's really been showing lately. It's very sensitive to lowering carbs. So lately, like, I've been having some really bad stomach aches. My body just doesn't want to eat the food. It's most of what I'm eating is just, meat, protein. Um, I do have rice every now and then, a little bit of rice, but mostly it's just the protein, and my body's having a hard time digesting at the moment. So I have a lot of stomach pain. I had some heartburn yesterday. So I just want to tell you guys this. Sometimes the diet can take a bite out of you, but you gotta focus on what's important. You gotta focus on your task at hand, your goals. And there's nothing that's going to stop me from competing in these shows. I will put up with anything in order to be on stage. That's just the way I look at it, and that's the way you need to be if you're prepping for a show. I know so many guys who, tend to skip out on their shows, ditch out their diets partway through and drop out. You got to stick with it, man. It's all worth it in the end. I promise you that. And you just got to keep fighting. You got to keep going through. That's what I'm doing here. As you guys can see, I'm getting a lot leaner. You can see veins in my lats now. I'm not a very vascular guy, so it's really nice to see some of that coming out now. I don't know if you guys could tell from the video, but I can really start to tell it's all coming together. My skin's getting thinner, and everything's looking good, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is our back day from the other day, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you're enjoying the videos.
So some of you guys were asking about the podcast I mentioned in my last episode. So this is it right here. So it's Heavy Muscle Radio by RX Muscle, which is Dave Palumbo. So the podcast is Dave Palumbo and Chris Aceto, and basically they just go over everything bodybuilding. They just go over, pop culture topics. They go over politics, just all sorts of random stuff. It's really nice to listen to. It's funny. It's really, they go really in depth into a lot of things. There's Q&As at the end of each episode, and that includes nutrition, training, even drugs, if like steroids and stuff, which it's cool to learn about. Doesn't necessarily mean that if you take it or not, but it's cool to learn about it. It's just very interesting stuff. So you guys check it out. It's totally free, and it's just awesome for cardio or even for training.